The only way to travel into Jacksonville, the home of the Florida-Georgia game since 1933. And as you cross the Hart Bridge, the excitement builds. The butterflies grow larger. And then you see it, the waves of blue and orange and red and black. And you know you're not just part of a football game, you're part of a happening. It's time to get the party started.
Welcome to Jacksonville, Florida for an SEC East matchup between the Gators and the Dogs.
Touchdown, Jordan Sterling. You need a good time, well,
Holyfield to the goal line, touchdown.
Who's setting it off? You know that's us. You already know we get warmed up. We're just getting warmed up.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gators.
From to the end zone, touchdown, Riley Ridley.
We're just getting warmed up.
The Home Depot SEC on CBS. The best game from the best conference.
You said it, Jason. The best game in the country as the Home Depot SEC on CBS brings us to TIAA Field in Jacksonville and the annual get-together between the Florida Gators and the Georgia Bulldogs, both ranked in the top 10. So important. We talked about it in the pregame show. We'll show you again what the SEC East standings look like. That's why this game means so much. Kentucky's got a date coming up in about a half an hour with Missouri, Georgia, and Florida. The winner of this one has the inside track to make it to Atlanta and the SEC championship. Still a lot of football left, but this one starts it off.
The Georgia-Florida rivalry is pageantry, passion. You know, when Brandon Spike stuck Noshawn Marino, and drilled him and was rubbing it in his face.
Everything you think what college football is, that's what that rivalry is.
This was absolutely planned.
Coming out that tunnel, seeing the red on one side and the blue on the other.
You're talking about one of the great rivalries in all of college football. It's one of the coolest things you'll ever see.
I ain't got nothing to lose.
Georgia calls it the 97th edition. Florida says it's 96. They say the 1904 game in Macon didn't count because we weren't officially the University of Florida at that point. It doesn't matter anymore. The weather, we've got some wind issues at times, but other than that, it's beautiful. This is one of those stadiums, Gary, where you can never tell about the wind.
No, right. I was down on the field before the game, and you can't look at the flags and be confident that you know which way it's blowing.
Florida won the toss and deferred, so they'll kick away to the Bulldogs. Mecole Hardman back deep for Georgia. Both teams 6-1. Both teams 4-1 in the conference. The winner of this one is looking good on the east side of the SEC and maybe a chance to get to Atlanta. Evan McPherson to kick. And we're underway. Mecole Hardman just watches it go out the back of the end zone, so Georgia will work from the 25-yard line.
Funny, no secrets here. Both sides know exactly what the other side wants to do. Run the ball first between the tackles.
Terry Godwin in motion. The throws a wide-out screen over to Holloman. Holloman, big hit. Prevented him from getting the first down. Wow, head on over there. It looked like he was going to get to the sticks, and then Steiner said, I don't think so. Georgia's been good on third and short, as you saw there. Third down and a yard. Fromm's going to do it himself, and they push the pile, and he's got the first down. Good surge by the Georgia offensive line there. James Cook into the lineup for Georgia. He's spread out as a wide receiver. They keep it on the ground. Holyfield bounces off the first guy. Fromm's out in front of him. Got a little chip block, and Holyfield, big run, first down for Elijah.
See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. When you're trying to handle these skilled players for Georgia, you have to wrap up. Just come up and try to hit them hard does not work. Holyfield will spin on you every time. You got a chance, you have to wrap up those ties. That time it was Rashawn Joseph that didn't wrap up. You cannot go with the gill shot. You got to go and bring those arms.
Holyfield got 14 for number 13 and into Florida territory for the first time at the 49. Right back to him, and Holyfield again powers his way to the 42-yard line.
Let's talk, Ness, a little bit about Elijah Holyfield. As he taps out right now, I think that between he and Swift, they should get 40 touches in this game. You know, I'm looking for something like 32, 33 rushing attempts, and the rest maybe short passes or screens. And I really think Holyfield has to be on the field for at least a third of the plays for Georgia. He's that much of a weapon.
Swift will take his spot, and Swift cuts it outside. A stiff arm, a second, and now he's got the edge and he's got the speed. DeAndre Swift. So there's the combo Gary was talking about, and Georgia's in the red zone already.
And it was the stiff arm. Holyfield will run you over, and Swift uses his feet and his stiff arm to get around the corner. Great running backs. A 1-2 punch that I felt against LSU. They went away from too fast.
Yep.
2 weeks ago against LSU, they ran the ball very effectively, and then they gave up on it.
Right.
You know, they got it down there, and then they threw a couple times. Right now, 8 plays, 7 rushes. They have not had a negative play. The shortest rush of the game, the quarterback sneak. They have been controlling the line of scrimmage, and those offensive linemen, those big guys, as Dan Mullen told Jamie, we know what they're going to do. They're going to run right at us.
And they have effectively. See what they do on 3rd down and 3, although whistle stops play here. Gives Holyfield a chance to retie his cleats. And it should be a flag. There's too many guys on the field, isn't there? Or a legal substitution.
Delay a game on the defense. Number 12's knees were not covered by his pants and was asked to leave the game and did not do that.
Wow, we haven't had that one.
That's a half
new
distance
rule this
penalty,
year.
Yep.
which results in a first down.
So
It's a uniform violation.
C.J. McWilliams said, no, I'm not leaving.
Yeah, well, you got to leave. It's a rule.
You don't hear that very often.
No, you got to have knee pads over your knees. I mean, you look at the NFL and...
No, I get that he might not have the right knee pads, but when the official says you got to leave,
you got to go.
No, you got to go.
It's like arguing with your mom and dad.
Exactly.
At the 7, it's an automatic first down with that penalty that we hadn't seen all year. Holyfield back to the line of scrimmage. That's about it. Nice job by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson and company to meet him.
Yeah, coming off the edge, called blitz from the secondary. That's what Chauncey Gardner does a lot. Again, going to what this offensive line does best. They're huge. They're mammoth. They like to block straight ahead. Okay, so now 2nd and here near the goal line. This is when you start to wonder, is this where you start to go play action pass?
I still don't see that he got his pants over his knees, but he's back out there. 2nd down to go. Holyfield is set back. 2 wide out group for Jake Fromm. They're going to blitz. Fromm wrapped up by Joseph. We told you you'd see number 11 all day long, and there's his first big play.
Well, I'll tell you, one thing that Georgia has to know about Todd Grantham, the defensive coordinator, there he is on the right with the red visor, orange visor. You're going to bring the linebackers. You know, he was the defensive coordinator for Georgia. He loves to blitz. So you better be ready for it. And this time, no one touches it. Again, Holyfield had him, but he was going for the block, the fake. You got to get up there and take him out.
Now it's 3rd down and goal, but the Dogs going in the wrong direction right now.
Here's where those defensive ends have to make a statement for Florida.
Draw play, DeAndre Swift straight up the middle. Got it inside the 4. And it's 4th down.
I don't think Kirby Smart will gamble here. He went for 7 points against LSU, gave up the 3. This time, I believe he's going to take the 3.
That'll bring out Rodrigo Blankenship. his kicker, who's 10 out of 12 on the year.
It would be in your face, though, to fake one here, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would.
It would be. All right, all your critics, take that.
Jake Kumar to the hold. It'll be a 21-yard attempt by Rodrigo Blankenship. No fake field goal this week. Up and through. So Georgia's opening march was a great one until the sack by Joseph. O'Shawn Joseph saved the Gators probably 4 points on the play right there. Still, it's 3-0 Georgia. Jordan Scarlett behind Felipe Franks. 3 wideouts to the top. And it's a flea flicker to open things up. Franks, plenty of time. Going long. Man there, and he just overshot Van Jefferson. It would have been a touchdown.
Wow. Last week, 2 weeks ago, Jake Fromm missed 2 touchdowns early in the game. Open the game with the flea flicker. Here's the 2 players you have to look at. The action brings in the safety. Tyreek McGee, number 26, and boom, he's passing. You can never get up to speed when you got a receiver going full speed. When you turn to try to catch him, you never get it. And the big arm of Felipe Franks were too big.
Yep. 3rd and 2. On the ground, Scarlett with a first down, but the ball came out, and Georgia's got it going the other way. Down the sideline. Richard LeCount has it back for the Dogs inside the 15. I think it's Monty Rice that knocked it out.
Florida has been the beneficiary of the turnover battle all season. But remember, when we did those opening games for Georgia, they were doing it with their defense, and Monty Rice was the guy. Knocked it out with the tackle. It would have been a very successful first down play, but now Georgia has the ball again, back in scoring position.
LeCount came in leading Georgia in tackles, and now he's got himself a gift and a return to the 13-yard line.
And look at this. They come right back with Holyfield. He's already had 5 touches. He only had 7 in the LSU the whole game.
He's got another touch here, but he's going to be touched down in the backfield. That didn't look right from the get-go.
They ran into each other. That didn't work.
No mesh point there except C.C. Jefferson meshing with Holyfield.
And it had to be no surprise there. You knew Grantham was going to come with the blitz. C.J. McWilliams was coming off the edge, and you saw the running back and the quarterback collide. It was a big play, again, when it could have been just hand it off and try to gain 4 or 5 yards and not get behind the sticks.
Kirby looked like he was telling Elijah Holyfield, just don't worry about it. We got a lot of football left. Swift is in there now, and Fromm in the shotgun on 2nd down at 15. And it's a draw play to Swift. And that only got about a yard. Nice job by C.J. McWilliams to stay home, make the tackle. And it brings up 3rd down.
And this is the down the Florida speed rush has to win. Georgia will gain confidence if you get into 3rd and long. If it's a passing play, they have yet to throw downfield in this game. 1 quick screen. But if it is a drop-back passing game, Georgia will gain confidence if they can keep that pass rush away from their quarterback.
Jake Fromm has not liked 3rd down and 9+, and this is 3rd and 13. Fromm floats one to the corner. Holloman, touchdown. Much better than that one.
Well, and you pick on a substitute player. Remember, we talked about Marco Wilson and C.J. Henderson not in. So what do you have? Jawan Taylor, number 29, a safety-type player. And before the ball was snapped, Jake Fromm knew where it was going.
He sure did. And we said Jake Fromm hadn't been good on 3rd and long. Boy, it made me shut up. That was a perfect pass on 3rd and 13. I'm going to blame our graphics department.
Yes, they put it up there. He's got to read it.
That's right. Well, Michael Pirine in the backfield gets a carry straight up the gut and goes for about 12.
So here's if you're Dan Mullen now, everything he's called has worked, and he's down 10-0, right? I mean, this time he gets the zone read, which probably is a give almost all the way with Felipe Franks in there.
Which was the win over Vanderbilt. This time the play fake, the throw's a little bit low, but he got it out there to Freddie Swain. And now we got some shenanigans going for the first time on the sideline. A little pushing and shoving, no flags.
And this game has a reputation of being chippy, but in the last 4 years, there's only been one unsportsmanlike penalty called in this game.
Wow.
But it is 3rd and medium, and I would call that a successful second down.
Kyle Pitts is a wide receiver to the right, then 3 up on top. Frank's in the gun on 3rd and 4. They need to get to the 47 for a first down. Felipe buying himself some time. Late throw, but it's a good one. First down to Kadarius Toney.
Well, Felipe Franks bought time for Kadarius Toney to get across the field on the play. Really interesting here. The end rusher, I guess it was coming in and then spun inside. I thought if he'd kept going outside, he'd have had a play. Because he spun back in, that allowed Franks to get outside.
Josh Hammond in motion. Franks off the play fake, plenty of time. Throws the out, and he throws it right to Georgia. Tyreek McGee with the interception.
He had the man in the flat that time, and he decided to go for the deep player. And that cost him. You got to take the easy throw. He tried to force it, and McGee baited him into the throw.
Georgia's second takeaway of the day. Their offense has got it back when we return.
After a turnover, you always think, will they go for the big play? Try to make Florida pay for the turnover. The patience of Jim Chaney, offensive coordinator with Georgia, runs the ball, has a 3rd and medium. Now, this is the time when your quarterback can take any throw and make a first down.
Nada, the tight end's in a slot on the right side. Make that Charlie Warner, excuse me. They'll keep it on the ground. And Swift's not going to get anything. Nice job by the Florida defense. Jabari Zuniga was the first guy, and then Chauncey Gardner-Johnson cleaned up, and it's 4th down.
No, it isn't. I'd CLC Franks.
He's under center. Yep. That's why it looked that way.
Yeah.
Pirine got it. Didn't have it at first, but second effort by number 22, and he bounced across the first down marker.
You get so used to seeing that quarterback in shotgun, don't you?
Especially with the white uniforms and helmets today, you lose them down the line.
Well, this Florida offensive line is massive and veteran as well. Ivy, Jordan, Johnson, and Taylor have played a lot of football. When we talked to Kirby, he singled them out as being veteran players.
Remember when Dan Mullen said to Jamie, maybe we'll use 2 quarterbacks
and
today. Guess what?
Yep.
Emory Jones in at quarterback. And this is a run all the way. And out across the 40 to the 41. Jones, a freshman out of LaGrange, Georgia. Georgia native, getting a little taste of what this matchup means.
Well, whenever you have time to do things, you have time to tweak your offense. This series is famous for that.
Yeah.
Small changes, using a fullback back in the day for Florida. Just the small changes that keeps the defense off balance. And Dan didn't just play around.
No, he didn't.
He's got an idea, and he's going to put a new quarterback in there every once in a while.
We'll see if he starts the second quarter. First quarter belongs to Georgia thanks to turnovers and a touchdown pass by Jake Fromm. End of 1, 10-0 Dogs will return to Jacksonville. After this message and a word from your local station. Felipe Franks back in at quarterback as we start the second quarter. The second down and 5 at the 41-yard line. And he's coming up throwing out in the flat, and that's going to be a first down toss. Ball came out at the end, but it's a first down for the Gators. So with Franks back in there, the Gators have it at the 48-yard line with a first down. Here's the toss to Pirine. Pirine puts his foot in the ground, and a nice cutback and a good run. Got almost 10.
You run the toss, you have to have your tight ends doing the job, and Ciante Lewis that time did a great job to get that opening and allow Pirine to just put his foot in the ground and make a first down.
They actually gave him the 10. Yep, you're right, first down. Back in Georgia territory. And we're here not not too long ago before Franks threw the interception. Perine in the middle of the packs, struggling to get back to the line of scrimmage. Won't quite. Let's go to Adam Zucker in New York for an update. Zook. Kentucky's got Georgia next week. Play action. Franks wants to go deep and does. Out there, tipped, almost intercepted again. Intended for Trevon Grimes.
Boy, underthrew it that one badly. This should have been intercepted. Plenty of time this time. You got to put this ball almost into the end zone to make this throw right now. You've got him, throw it deep. Do not allow that safety to come over at 90 degrees and should have been picked off.
Let me ask you this, Gary. That overthrow on the flea flicker, is it in his head now?
I guess, but boy, it's going to be tough to play quarterback when every time you throw an incomplete pass, it gets in your head. You just can't let that happen.
5 receivers, 3 to the top. 1 comes back in motion now. Franks on 3rd down and 10. Throws short, wide out screen, got it to Tyree Cleveland, and Cleveland's got a first down.
I'll tell you, beautiful design here. You need a big play. You design a play that Georgia has never seen.
3rd down and 8. Georgia crowd coming to life for their defense. Quarterback draw.
Yep.
Almost had the ball taken away from him.
Not surprised. You don't want your quarterback to make a mistake. You want to put some points on the board. Keep within touch to try to make this a 7-point game.
He did such a good job to get so close. Now they go for it.
Will they or not? 40-yard field goal from here.
Well, they're going for it. So Franks got him a big chunk. They only need 1 more yard. 4th down. Georgia thinking about a blitz. Play action. Franks, here comes the pressure. He lobs it. Incomplete. Stevens, the tight end's looking for a flag, and he got one.
He's going to get it. No doubt about it. Jawan Taylor, 44, saw the crossing tight end and grabbed it.
So they're going to get the first down.
Watch it right here. You're going to get the crossing, delay,
Pass interference.
delay.
Defense, number 44. That's a spot foul with an automatic first down.
So I think you're right, Brad. You know, we talked about they're going to run on 3rd down, but he got so much. He had a play he knew he could go to and said, I'm going to dial it. I mean, LSU did it, 4 or 5 times?
Yeah.
4th down kept LSU in the game and hurt Georgia.
Georgia's going to look back on their 4th down defense this season at the end of the year and go, man, we didn't do very good in those 2 games.
Yep.
First down at the 15. Scarlett trying to cut outside, and he got away. Still on his feet. Jordan Scarlett to the 1.
What a run. You pull the tackle, and the best thing to do is follow Martez Ivey, number 73. He's very athletic, great feet. And that's exactly what Scarlett did. He slowed down, he read it, and he got around the corner.
They hustle up to the line, go with some tempo here, and it's Felipe Franks, airborne, touchdown Gators.
I'll tell you, what a drive. What a well-crafted drive. Just think about this. Georgia's got a struggling quarterback, and what do? They manage him. They manage him with easy throws, trickeration. They do a little bit of quarterback draw. And then you just take the big quarterback and make the touchdown.
First it was the Chick-fil-A pylon cam showing us that Scarlett got it that close. And then Felipe Franks from above with the touchdown.
It is interesting, you know, Jake Fromm at this point thrown 2 passes, but if you look back in the last 4 years, twice the winning team's quarterback barely threw. 2014, Treon Harris was 3 for 6, and last year Jake Fromm was 4 for 7. Of course, they rushed for 418 and 292 yards in those games.
Jake threw for 101 and 1 touchdown last week, and he's coming up expecting to throw here and completes. Nope, in and out of the hands of Holloman, the guy they threw the touchdown to earlier. And that was Trey Dean, the freshman, who put the hit on Holloman, and the ball came out. Remember, on a 3rd and 13, they got a touchdown. This is 3rd and 9. Fromm, look out. Those guys are coming, and there's going to be a holding call on Georgia, I think. to make matters worse.
Yeah, it was C.C. Jefferson got the inside rush, and he got held on the play, but I'm sure it'll be declined
Holding
by Florida.
on the offense. That penalty will be declined. Fourth down.
That'll bring
That
up
was
the
number
second straight
66
punch.
on the hold.
So really the first time, even on the touchdown pass on third down, it was a quick pass. He just let it go. The first time this offensive line has had to pass block, they get a holding penalty, declined obviously, but that speed from the defensive ends is what Georgia is trying to stay away from. Now, what can Kirby's defense do? Okay, last drive, took it right down the field, got him back in the game. Kirby has made his name for himself building this defense. Now can his defense get Georgia back the ball in good field position?
He's got a fumble recovery and an interception for that defense so far today. Second down and 9, and Franks on the run. Is he going to pitch it? He will to the trailer. That's Pierce, and Pierce close to another first down.
Some guys just have a feel, and Pierce, the freshman running back, does.
They got another third down and a yard as you look in on Nick Buchanan, the center. Tim Tebow over there on the sideline. I know what play I'd call if he was out there probably. Would you?
Well, I think I might do it with this guy. The way he stuck it into the end zone before. He's huge, by the way, Felipe Franks.
He's 6'6", 240.
I'd run the same play.
3rd and 1. It is the same play, and it's the same result. First down, Florida. That's what Dan Mullen has done with Felipe Franks this year, and it's paying off. The exception of a couple of missed throws and an interception, he's played pretty well. High snap, gets it to Pierce. Pierce wrapped up at the line of scrimmage by Tate Crowder. And no gain on the play. That's the only blemish on Florida's record at 6-1. Georgia likewise, both ranked in the top 10 here. 6 minutes remaining first half. 10-7 Dogs, and the Gators with a 3rd and 4. Franks looks right, then left, comes back that way, and incomplete.
He aimed it. Called pulling the string.
Morrill Stevens, the intended receiver, went to the deck to try to get it and couldn't.
It's a lack of confidence. He just kind of short-armed this one, threw it half speed. You got to gun this in there, and he was short with the throw, and it should have been completed. Should have been a first down. Could have been caught, but it would have been a tough catch. Well, I know Kirby bristled at all of the questions about why didn't you give the ball to Elijah Holyfield, but I think he watched the game too. Okay, you got to protect your team and your play callers and your coaches, but I think he walked into that offensive meeting and said, why didn't 13 and 7 get more carries?
Here's a jet sweep to James Cook, the freshman, and Cook dragged down, but he's going to get the, well, I don't know. He has the first down or not.
Yeah,
very close.
Right at the yellow line.
James is going to be coming right at you.
Good block by Warner to get him around the corner.
Sean Davis got him down.
Yep.
And they might bring the chains out to look at this. They are. We said it was close. They're going to make sure.
You know, interesting the way, again, this Florida defense, can they get the ball back to their offense for one more drive here in the second quarter, because they get the ball to start the third. These end-of-half drives are always so important in football.
It's that short, about 6 links of the chain. If it's Jake Fromm or if it's Brian Herrien. 3rd down and 6 inches. Hardman, they give it to him on a jet sweep, trying to get a big play, and they don't. What a play again by Sean Davis.
Man, that's a gamble that you got to wonder about. You're a genius if it works, and we're all bragging about the great call, but it's a few inches for a first down and to control the clock. It's reminiscent of going for the fake field goal against LSU. Yeah, if it works, you're a genius, but if it doesn't, you almost got a sure first down if you run the sneak.
Think about Sean Davis, the sophomore out of Miami. He made the stop that brought Cook 6 inches shy of the first down, and then he dropped Nicole Hardman on the next play. Georgia ranked 13th in the country, allowing 16 a game. And the Gators 15th in the country, averaging just under 17 a game, and that's why we got a 10-7 game going so far. Scarlett got his first down run.
Well, that changes everything now. For Florida, the play calling, now they're in a comfort zone where they can open up this offense and try to get points here.
They have 2 timeouts, as do the Dogs. First down at the 27. Franks will give it on the ground to Scarlett. Monty Rice has got him wrapped up. He got about 3 on his forward progress before the whistles blow. DeAndre Walker is their top sack guy. And he's on the top of that defensive line. Second down and 7. Emory Jones, again, the other quarterback. And he's short of the first down to bring up third down and a long one, maybe 2. As you see, we're under 2 minutes in the half. Jones stays in there. It's his run all the way. No, he tried to pitch. Fumbled. He's back on top of it, I think. He is. But it's going to be 4th down. Malik Herring's the guy that hit him.
Both offenses, Georgia on 3rd and short and Florida on 3rd and short, got a little bit cute with their play. And now you got to wonder why Georgia's not stopping the clock.
It's 1:15 and counting down.
I mean, why? You get a 40-second play.
Unless they're coming after the punter. They got everybody up there. Now they drop one back. Nicole Hardman is the guy waiting on the other end. They've got the return on. Wow, hit this a mile in the air. Hardman's got to call a fair catch and get everybody out of the way. Bounces around at the 21-yard line. So 50 seconds remaining, and that's all Georgia's got to work, and they still got 2 timeouts, but they probably should have only had 1 timeout at this point. The officials right now and the Georgia coaches, everybody, that punt apparently hit our sky cam.
Right, and I think that's, remember you made the call that Miko was going to call take a fair catch. That's why he couldn't catch it. The ball just hit it and dropped.
Our Skycam lost power, and that's part of the reason it was in the way, I guess.
The previous play is under further review. The ball potentially touched the wire.
Well, you know, us people in Florida, we have generators, you know.
You have a generator now.
I have a generator, yes.
After living with me for a week.
Take a look at it, see if we can see it. Oh, it dropped straight down.
Oh, it sure did.
Yes.
It went from a spiral to a knuckleball in a hurry.
Yes.
And Miko's going, hey, I'm sorry. I did all I could. And the punter's going, what's the ruling on this one?
You know, that's ruining my average.
Because he really blasted that thing. It was a 50-yard punt. It was a 50-yard punt the way it was.
Right there, if you can zoom in on it. Now watch it go straight down when it hits.
Yeah.
Boom, right down like it's falling out of an airplane.
After review, the ball did hit the camera wire. Therefore, we will replay 4th down.
And it should go back to 1:01, right?
Yeah.
1 minute, right there.
1 or 1:01.
Yep.
So they are going to get a little bit back. Remember, they had a great opening drive that got them a field goal. And then after a turnover, they got a touchdown. But then it's been punt, punt, punt. 2 timeouts to work, 50 seconds. Need to get a pretty good chunk to even give Blankenship a chance. Fromm's going to throw it short to Nada. Nada up the sideline. Back in the middle of the field, and he's got a big chunk of it out across the 45.
Got to be a bust. You can't play man coverage and not cover one of the receivers.
So the guy we highlighted in the offense for Georgia comes up with a big play and a pickup of 27 for the tight end. Fromm going hurry up. Going to go right back to the same guy, same spot. And out of bounds to stop the clock.
I mean, it looked like the same defense, and you got to guess it was Bashan Joseph that didn't cover him on the play before. So now you get Georgia trying to throw a 5-yard pass, and they get a big play out of it. And all of a sudden, they're in position to get a field goal attempt.
They only need about 10 more yards to give Rodrigo Blankenship a crack at it.
I mean, think about it. You try to throw a 5-yarder, you get 27 yards.
2nd and 4 here, just outside the Gator 46. Fromm looks left now, back across the middle, and got his man. That's Nada. 3 in a row. First down.
Well, this is a little different. You do not see Jake Fromm throw the ball a lot in the middle of the field to the tight end on top of it. And he threaded that one.
23 more. Fromm looking for more. Out in the flat. It's Isaac Nauta show right now. 4 straight to number 18.
Now remember, with the timeout situation and where they are now, they can still run the ball here.
DeAndre Swift is in the backfield with Jake Fromm. On second down and short. Fromm across the middle, got it. Mecole Hardman. Hardman out at the 5. It's first and goal.
Still have time for 2 more throws, and you can throw it anywhere on the field because of your timeout situation here. Wait for Mecole Hardman to come across and lay it right in there.
First and goal really doesn't matter. They're 5 yards away from the end zone. And that's what they're hoping for.
And they can call again anything they want. They could go quarterback draw. They can throw it, anything at their fingertips.
Riley Ridley is at the bottom of the screen. Charlie Warner, the tight end, just moved over in the slot on the left. The throw is to Ridley, and it's knocked down. Nice play defensively. C.J. McWilliams, and there's 6 seconds remaining.
That's why Florida has to take a timeout here and go over with the guys that they can run or throw here. If you're Florida's defense, you got to play both.
And it's been quite a 44 seconds, that's for sure. That's just been quite a 5 minutes when you consider the punt hitting our wire on our Skycam.
And remember the MO for this Florida defense and Todd Grantham. He loves to bring pressure in these plays that mean a lot. Here's Todd.
And they're going to bring out Rodrigo right now, I guess. Florida's got a mix-up on their defensive set.
I think Dan Mullen is thrilled. And remember, not taking that timeout earlier have cost them tries for a touchdown here.
This is a 22-yarder. Blankenship hit a 21-yarder earlier in the game. Oop, just got it inside the right upright.
I think Kirby will be upset with going into halftime with 2 timeouts right there and not a chance for a touchdown.
Which he did. And it's scooped on a hop at the 8-yard line, and time expires as Tony takes a knee. And we head to halftime with Georgia. It's amazing. Their 2 best drives of the day both ended in field goals. They went 75 yards in 7 plays in 48 seconds to get the field goal by Blankenship. And that's where we are at 13-7. For Jamie's halftime interview with Coach Smart, go to Twitter at SEC on CBS. 13-7 Dogs as we head to Adam Zucker and the guys in our New York studio.
Let's go!
And now here's Fromm coming back, and he is not.
And it's intercepted. He short-armed the pass. J.J. Holloman, touchdown. Hurdles over the end zone. He's in.
And just about set to start the third quarter as you look at the St. Johns River above Jacksonville. And Florida's going to get the ball first to start the third. Blankenship will tee it up. He had 2 field goals in the first half, couple of chip shots, 21 and 22 yarders. The only other score from to Holloman for a touchdown. Kadarius Toney and Freddie Swain are back there on the other end as we start the second half. And this one's returnable from the 1-yard line is Toney. Cuts back to the middle. Nice move across the 20. Kadarius Toney got the kicker to beat. Blankenship at least stood him up to get him out of bounds. Great way to start the third quarter.
You know what I really felt on this is Kadarius Toney showed some patience. He just didn't run full speed. He slowed down and then felt it, boom, to his right. He had an angle, and he took the angle, and then he knew he had positive yardage, and man, to get this ball across the 50-yard line, what a great play. The special teams of Florida have been a weapon for them all year.
As we told you, or I mentioned earlier, there's only been 5 times this year that Rodrigo Blankenship hasn't kicked the ball out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. He would love to have kicked that one a little bit farther, I'll tell you that much. 51-yard return to open the third quarter. First down at the 48. Scarlett. And he bangs his way for about 5 as we check in with Jamie. Clicking right now to the 42-yard line. And the option, Scarlett on the trailer. He's got the first down.
Yeah, it's an option. It looks like it's almost designed to be a late pitch.
Franks looking at the sideline to Dan Mullen. Now back steps into the shotgun, back up to the line. Doing a little dozy-do here with 6 seconds on the play clock. On first down, Felipe going deep middle. Got his man in stride and Swain. Touchdown. The best ball he's thrown all day.
Whoa, he didn't pull the string on that one, did he?
No.
That was a fastball, and you seen the arm talent that Felipe Franks has. And why he was so highly recruited. He drills it, and he beats the safety on the throw. Watch this throw. Boom! The safety thinks he's got it. It's a fastball right by him.
He's got more, I think.
Yeah, and Benjamin Cleveland is actually dressed for this game. This is the first time he's been available to that offensive line, but the team is telling me they'd be surprised if he could go in.
Fromm's got a man wide open. It's the other tight end, Charlie Warner. Down close to the 20.
Yeah, Bus. Nice play call, nice design. Perfect. You think you're going to go to the quick screen to the outside. The tight end goes up the field. The Georgia players both bite, and you got to give me to the outside. And this time, Fromm does not miss it like he did in that game against LSU.
35-yard pickup. Now it's out in the flats to DeAndre Swift. Spins his way to about the 16. Nauta caught 4 in that drive. Werner, the other tight end, had the big gainer to get them where they are. And now Holyfield back in.
Can Florida force another field goal?
Thinking about a blitz. Here they come. Fromm calmly throws. Holloman, touchdown. Wow. Second of the day from number 11 to number 9. You can't throw a fade much better than that.
Remember at the end of the half, he missed Ridley on a fade. He threw it a little short. This time he did. He had Holloman to the outside. C.J. McWilliams, you can't cover it any better than that. Perfect execution by Georgia.
Chick-fil-A pylon cam. Kind of a combination fade and back shoulder throw.
You know, when I was watching in warm-ups, they were practicing grabbing that ball high and ripping it away from the defender, and it's exactly what he did.
And Rodriguez rips the extra point. Georgia, 3-minute drive, 72 yards. Jake Fromm, as Gary said, looking calm, cool, and collected. Can't do it much better than that. Second one to number 9 today, and Georgia is back in front. The option he's used again effectively today with Franks on the pitch. 2nd and 9. Perine. Made one man miss, and now he goes for a first down. Good run. Looked like they were going to stop him after about a yard gain, and he just planted his foot and kept on moving. And here is the option on the pitch. The trailer to Perine, and Georgia snipped it out this time. DeAndre Walker made first contact and got help from the rest of his dog friends.
And he did the great job. That's the athleticism of those outside linebacker / defensive ends. When you can force the pitch and then go make the play. Again, though, that's not Navy Georgia Tech option. And I think Walker had seen it enough that he said, I'm going to fake and I'm going to go get the pitch this time.
Big 3rd down and 8 here. Neither team's been stopped this quarter.
Can the Georgia pass rush get to the quarterback?
Franks out in the flat. The pass is complete, but there's a lot of red jerseys there, and Cleveland's going nowhere. Punting time for the Gators.
You drop back and you triangulate. When the back catches the ball short of the first down, you got to know where your help is. Watch Jawan Taylor. He knows where his help is on the play. When the ball is caught, he stays inside, forces him to his help, and then makes the play. Beautiful job. He didn't overrun it. He broke down and then broke down and make the play.
Triangulate. I like that. Yeah, that's a good one. Hardman back. Tommy Townsend to punt. He had a 71-yarder earlier, and he had one that hit a Skycam wire. This one might actually be returnable. Hardman from the 21. Little stutter step, and then straight up the middle. Mecole Hardman still going out to the 45-yard line. About 25 on the return. Even though the foot and the ankle were a little sore earlier, nothing wrong with him there. Georgia by 6. It's third down. And a long 4 here. 3 out of 7 for Georgia so far today. The tight end, Nana, who's been his favorite target, is in the slot group of 3 receivers to the right. Here comes a speed rush. Fromm is going to run it. And he's got a lot of green in front of him. Jake does a slide at about the 37 with a Georgia first down.
Wow. He must have played baseball because that was a nice pop-up slide right there.
He's a great baseball player.
Yes, coming into second base. Man-to-man coverage, combo man-to-man. He knows it. Get the first down, pop-up slide.
Fromm now pops up and throws over the middle, and it's Nada again for the 5th time to the 31.
But you can feel that Florida is not comfortable. They're not blitzing. And Georgia's going tempo right at him now.
And that's what Jake Fromm loves to do. He's back to throw again. Lofts one. Nada's got another. Flags are down. Nada bumped out of bounds inside the 10 around the 7.
Did he push off Jawan Taylor, number 29? That's the question. Let's watch it. Ooh. Yep, just a left forehand.
Pass interference. Offense. Number 18. That's a 15-yard penalty. Replay. Second down.
Tell you who would have liked that one, Evander Holyfield. That was a pretty good left.
left cross right there, wasn't it?
So that negates a big play.
I don't even know if he needed it either, because he was going full speed and Taylor was stopped dead. That would have been a completion had he not even pushed off.
So, boy, what a difference. It was down around the 7-yard line. With the penalty, it comes back to the 46. Second down and 18.
I don't know why the Georgia fans are arguing with that. That was an easy call. And that was coming from the red side at the replay.
Elijah Holyfield back in the backfield with Fromm. Gets a delayed handoff and tripped up. Nice job by Bashawn Joseph to hold on just enough to get him to stumble.
And what ability he has. Watch Joseph. He baits the blitz. Okay, he's looking to the side here, but he blitz. He's coming after the quarterback. But watch how he changes. Whoops. He looks at the ball and makes the tackle. So he's got quarterback, make the tackle.
And this is where Georgia didn't want to be. Third down and 18. Because you know that Polite and Zuniga and Jefferson and those guys are going to be coming. That's Werner, the tight end, that'll settle in on the right side. He's going to help with the blocking. The throw is going to be a screen to DeAndre Swift. Nice cut back to the middle. And Swift got a big chunk of it back and got it into Rodrigo Blankenship's range, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be, 54, 5 yards, right? 53-yarder?
He's got a 53-yarder this year against Vandy. His career long's 55 against Oklahoma in the playoffs. They're going to kick it.
Yep. Stay home. Watch again. It's worth it.
So Georgia will punt. They thought about a possible field goal. Let's see if Camarda keeps it in the field of play. Boy, did he ever. Mecole Hardman at the 1.
Mecole went to the exact spot where the ball went. How did he know that? I'm going to go 4 yards outside the hash, and the ball bounded right to him.
A lot of people say, why do you play your superstars on special teams? That's why you do it.
Man.
Perfect job by the freshman punter.
Well, question some of Kirby's decisions in the first half, whether he should have called a timeout, maybe should have ran the running backs more, but he can't question that decision, getting the ball inside the 1 yard line now for the Florida Gators.
Georgia's got to get lined up. Florida's ready to go, and Georgia's still running around on defense. Franks in the end zone. Now everybody's set. Scarlett with Franks in the backfield. It's going to be Franks to just try to get him a little room. That ball came out. Georgia's got it. Touchdown. Trey Crowder. It might be down to the 1.
He bounced over, I think. NFL, it's a touchdown for sure, but when he catches it, I think his elbows are on the ground.
Rolling on the field is a fumble recovered by Georgia. First down.
Now we got to see if Frank's knees were on the ground or his elbows before the fumble. The last time, let's see if we can see Frank's. Does it come out late?
On its way out with his rear end hit, don't you think?
Yes, I think the ball was kicked out of his hand before he hit. The ball is loose. That is going to go down, and it was ripped out by Tyreek McGee.
Didn't Tyreek have the other forced fumble in the first half? I think so. The one that LeCount recovered.
I think that's going to stand.
Oh, Tyreek McGee had the interception,
yes.
Beg your pardon, in the first half. Here's another shot.
And that's Jordan Davis, number 99, who's getting a lot more playing time for Georgia, the true freshman.
You know, Franks almost never was down. He landed on his own player's back legs.
Think about the big number 99, Jordan Davis, who we've been watching all game. The first 2 games of the year for Georgia, he didn't even travel.
Right.
He was a scout team player. He's lost some weight, and he's plugged up the middle of that run game defense
After
for
review,
Georgia.
the ruling on the field stands. First down, Georgia.
Again, you try to do everything right. You stop the drive, you get the penalty, you force the punt, and Georgia gets the ball at the 1.
First and goal as the Georgia defense hands another gift to their offense. Holyfield is the tailback in the eye. Werner in motion. Holyfield, second man through, doesn't get there. Nice job by Florida. Huggins and Reese and Zuniga flag down.
I think he got a little bit quick that time. Is Zuniga really that fast? Oh, was it in the middle? I think maybe Joseph was in the neutral zone at the snap.
Offside on the defense. Half the distance. First down.
Kind of worth the gamble.
Georgia, the length of the football away from the Florida end zone. As you look above Fromm and Holyfield and company. Elijah Holyfield, and he's not going to get it this time either. Boy, nice job.
Wow. Zuniga is so quick around that course, like coming in for a field goal block. He did it last time, too. Watch him come from the left side of your screen and catch this play from behind. Amazing quickness off the edge. Holyfield was lined up so deep that it allowed Zuniga to get there.
Now they got Werner and Luke Ford. And now Werner clears out to the left. That's probably where the pitch is going. It's DeAndre Swift. The cutback, and he's hammered.
Man.
Wow, what a stop by Florida. Back-to-back plays.
Pitch. Play 101 for Georgia. It's their staple, and it's stopped.
Ankrum and Joseph, the 2 guys that got to him, and that's third and goal. And Georgia is going in the wrong direction. They're still very close to the end zone, but now do they have to throw it? just outside the 2.
We got that matchup at the bottom of the screen.
Fromm throws, same spot, and this time knocked away. Trying to go to number 9 for the 3rd time. And
Flags
C.J.
out,
McWilliams.
Flags out.
I didn't see the flag, so they're going to get another shot.
It came out late. From the...
Pass interference. Defense. Number 12. Half the distance. Automatic. First down.
Talk about a killer. You have 2
Exactly.
great run stops, and then that happens.
And remember, you've just been beaten for a fade on a back shoulder throw.
Oh, yeah, he's got jersey and everything. From our pylon cam, trying to go to Holloman for a 3rd time today.
Boy, that's a tough call. He must have had it right under his collar a little bit, but the back judge, I don't even know how he saw that. He was behind that play.
So Georgia's
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Florida coach. Half the distance. It will be first down. That is Florida's coach. First unsportsmanlike conduct foul of the game.
Okay, Dan can't get another one. He'll be in the locker room watching the rest of the game. At any rate, he maybe felt it was worth a foot.
Yes, exactly. And I would have bet that one would have been on Todd Grantham, so I would have been wrong on that one.
At any rate, 1st and goal for Georgia following the fumble recovery a couple of minutes ago. They've got it at the 1-yard line. Holyfield behind his fullback, but it's Fromm trying to do it himself. Did he get enough push? Everybody's pushing in there, and he's short. So that's 3 run stops out of the last 4 plays for the Gators.
It's amazing. And remember, the size of this Georgia offensive line is gigantic. One of the biggest offensive lines in college football, and they cannot move that Gator front.
Franks had a touchdown over the top earlier. Fromm tried to bulldoze his way and couldn't get there. 2nd down and goal.
They've gone left every play.
Fromm again, trying to backpedal. I think he got it this time. No signal yet.
I don't know. If you were an official, wouldn't you make him earn this touchdown? I got to see the guy in the end zone before I give him a touchdown on the plane.
I'm still looking for 11 to get up. There he is.
Well, one thing they're doing, taking time off the clock.
That's for sure. I thought right there he was going to have to fall down, but Florida wouldn't let him.
Yep.
Well, this has been something. We're down to a minute and change in the 3rd quarter. 3rd and goal. Holyfield. No! Didn't get there.
Saninga again from the backside, but tell you that, he got there because there was no push up the middle.
Now what do you do?
Come on, this is legendary defense here now.
Wow, that's something.
7 plays. This is legendary. If Florida can get back in this game, this will be talked about.
This drive started at the 1. It's now at the 1.5.
Unbelievable. And there was 2 penalties on top of it.
Blankenship. This is closer than an extra point. And it's up and perfect.
And Kirby, I knew your competitive instincts, if you're Kirby, you cannot want to kick that field goal, but you have no choice. You have to make it a 9-point game.
Well, they'll be yapping about that goal line stand for a while, I think, in this series.
And think about it, Georgia's been down there 3 times, but not like this. That's a drive line you won't see ever again.
6 plays, no yards, 4 minutes, and a field goal. I don't think we've had one of those together before.
4-minute drive for -1 yard. 3 penalties also in that drive, all against Florida.
They got about 1 play left in the 3rd quarter here. Had about half the officiating crew over there, not just the referee. So Florida now from the 25. Jordan Scarlett stood up at the line of scrimmage. Tay Crowder and Monty Rice and our other group of Bulldogs in on the stop as the 3rd quarter does come to a close. We're going to have a great 15 more minutes. Don't go anywhere. Into 3, 23-14 Georgia. We'll return to Jacksonville after this message and a word from your local station. And the Gators with a 2nd and 10. Franks rolls to his right, looking to throw. Now he's going to tuck it and keep it. He's got a lot of green out there and picked up almost 20. So first down for Florida to start the 4th quarter, and that's just what they want to do. We've had a little bit of everything in this one, haven't we?
Unbelievable. It's not for the faint of heart out there. You better bring it because the other guys bring it. I just love this ball. I like passing, but I love what I just saw. Both teams giving it away.
Goal line stand by Florida was remarkable. Keep it a 9-point game right now, as we're going to have an exciting 4th quarter. Franks, after that long run, gets a breather, and Emory Jones, who's played several snaps today, comes in at quarterback for the Gators with a first down at the 45. Fakes a throw and then runs it all the way, upended after a pickup of 7. We mentioned Emory, a Georgia native out of LaGrange, the true freshman, and he stays in for another snap.
You don't see this a lot. A quarterback gains 20 yards, so they bring in the running quarterback on the next play.
Well, he's getting some valuable experience, I'll tell you. This is a big game.
Yeah, but is Georgia going to believe that he will throw the ball?
They don't have to here on 2nd down and 3. He's got 2 backs with him. And he is going to throw. And he's going long. And he's got a man out there.
Interference.
Broken up. The flag comes out. The pass to Van Jefferson, and it was going to be on target.
Yep. How about a play? That's what we've been calling for Justin Fields to do for Georgia, is keep them honest. And I think this is a great play by Tyson Campbell, number 3.
Pass interference. Defense, number 3. 15-yard penalty. Automatic
It's going to be a touchdown. And in college football, it's only a 15-yard penalty. It's a great penalty by the young player.
Another first down, and now Felipe Franks comes back in to run the show. He's got 3 receivers down to the bottom of your screen. One of them coming in motion, and he's going to flip it out to Kadarius Toney. Toney puts the brakes on, but Georgia puts the brakes on him. J.R. Reed, the first guy there.
Yeah, get me once. Okay, good for you. Second time, I'm a veteran. And J.R. Reed does not miss these type of tackles. Comes up and wraps up.
So no gain on the play. Back, he lost a yard. 2nd down and 11. 3rd down and 8. Biggest 3rd down of the day for the Gators is at hand.
Again, can Georgia get that pass rush? They have not been able to pressure the quarterback.
Gators have 2 tight ends in there.
Remember, a field goal is huge for Florida. Will they even try to throw?
They won't. Perine, nice game, and that'll set up the field goal attempts, we assume, at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, you got to go for it. You might not have a great kicker, but you got to trust him here, I think. It's 4th and too long.
Here he comes.
I saw Tebow was here, but he's not in a Gator uniform today.
Evan McPherson, the freshman, out of Fort Payne, Alabama. 11 of 12 on the year with as long as 48. This will be a 42-yard field goal attempt to try to make it a 1-possession game. McPherson's 42-yarder is good. Big kick and a flag down.
It's a big call either direction.
Sure is. If it's a walk-off against Georgia, it's a first down.
Yep, 4th.
If it's against Florida, it's going to make the kick a lot harder.
I wonder if it would be post-kick as the 3rd option.
Came in a weird spot, too.
The ruling on the field is the field goal is good. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Georgia, number 52.
So it's a post-kick foul, so the points stay. The penalty will be coming up. On first down, it's a play fake bootleg. Fromm comes up slinging it, and he's got it complete. And it's Riley Ridley. And a first down for the Dogs.
Jim Chaney's decided to put this game in Jake Fromm's hands.
And Elijah Holyfield in this case, who didn't get anything.
Come on, 92 again?
I'm starting to draft him right now. He's out of Marietta, Georgia.
My goodness. On the goal line, he made all those plays, and he comes around the edge again, and makes the Holyfield's going. Would somebody please block number 92?
Just chip him a little bit.
Look that guy right there. Yeah, line. I think I'd block that guy.
Yeah. He actually lost about a half yard, so we'll call it 2nd and 11. Gator fans hoping their team can get a stop and put it back in the hands of their offense. Fromm in the gun here. Gonna flip it out, and it's knocked down by Jeremiah Moon. All 6'6" of him. And now Georgia's where they didn't want to be. 3rd and 11. Ooh, that was dangerous.
Yeah, not much you could do. You're on the edge blocker there. You're Kendall Baker. You're saying, you know, I got to keep him off the edge, and all of a sudden you throw his angle, and he knocks it down. 3rd and long.
Looking left the whole way, fires that way, and he's got his man. It's complete to Holloman again. That's been his big play guy when he hasn't been throwing to his tight end on it.
I tell you, you got to think of the irony here about Jake Fromm. Okay, as he drops back. For 2 weeks, he's been hearing about his poor game and the fact that they should let Justin Fields play. And look at it right now. He's the guy that has to win it for him.
The throw, that one knocked out. Had his hands on it, Holloman did, but nice job of fighting it. C.J. Williams popped it out of there.
And now as they get closer to field goal range, 3rd and Grantham, even though it's 2nd down, his MO is he brings guys after the quarterback. If I was calling plays for Georgia, I would expect Florida to bring some people. There's Todd right there.
DeAndre Swift in the backfield with Fromm. They need to get to the 36-yard line for a first down. They keep it on the ground to Swift. Swift puts his foot in the ground into the secondary.
Man.
First down, Georgia.
You called it, Ness. He got to the 2nd level, and he made that one cut. He had Chauncey Gardner-Johnson on him, but he got to the 2nd level and beat Donovan Steiner.
Double punt, Fromm throws, knocked down. Incomplete. Sean Davis had a good game today. Got his hands on that one.
Yeah, not a good route that time by Warner. He faded away from the throw. He's got to go flat, or that defensive back will cut underneath you and have the potential interception.
We're down to 9:25 to go. Even if Georgia could only get a field goal, they would make it a 2-possession situation again. But right now they're thinking more at the 25 of the Gators. Holyfield. He's trying, but they're not letting him. Got a yard. Polite. Ja'Kai Polite.
It is an interesting call. Field goal range, as Brad told you, makes it a 9-point game here. Remember when Kirby was down there at the end of the half. He had 6 seconds, and he said, no, I'm not going to gamble. I want 3 points. I wonder if he sticks to that thinking.
The big fella, Kendall Baker, walking off under his own power.
Yeah, and remember, he is in because Andrew Thomas was nicked. It looks like Andrew Thomas, 71, is going to go back on the field at left tackle. I wouldn't suspect that he's 100%. So, again, the play caller has to put that in his head as he's calling. If you throw it, Jake, you got to throw it fast. We can't ask Andrew to do something he's not healthy enough to do.
Not with Zuniga and Polite and Jefferson and those guys beating down on you. And Jake's all alone in the backfield. Check that. Swift comes to join him. All 3 receivers to the right. 3rd down and 9. Fromm point. Again on third down for the third time from a touchdown throw on 3rd and long.
I mean, and this isn't even a good throw. This is a great throw. Godwin gets on the safety and breaks out, and it is a strike.
That's pretty. Georgia's going to go for 2.
What a throw. You just can't do it any better than that.
All 3 of his touchdown throws today have been
perfect.
Let's see if he's got a 2-point conversion in him. Swift, flank to his left. They flip it to Crumpton, and he's dropped.
Yeah.
Nice job by Ja'Kai Polite.
I think after this game, Georgia's going to say, we can't get too close. That's our problem.
8:39 remaining. Georgia goes 75 yards in 9 plays in 2.5 minutes. And the strike to the veteran Terry Godwin. Touchdown, Dogs.
Yes, let's go back to the last of the touchdown. Watch this. Left tackle in the game, Charlie Warner, tight end in, and Isaiah Wilson on the opposite side. 3 guys do their job on this play. Warner handles C.C. Jefferson. The injured left tackle Thomas and Isaiah Wilson all take that Florida pass rush and neutralize it and allows that touchdown.
3 on the day, 16 on the year now for Jake Fromm. And now Felipe Franks knows that he's got some ground to make up and not that much time to do it. Stands tall, got hammered as he let the ball go. Incomplete, no flags. Jonathan Ledbetter gave him one after he let go of the ball.
And that's the first time I think I can remember they've gone after number 18, DeAndre Baker. And as the All-American, you see the hit that Felipe took.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you want to play quarterback?
Yeah, I remember that. They pay you well, but you pay for it sometimes.
Still not 100 yards passing for Franks. He had that one beauty to Freddie Swain. He needs a few more of them. Fake the draw play. He still got it, and he's got to throw it away. Great play fake. Had Georgia kind of on their heels, but nobody open. And DeAndre Walker got some late pressure for Georgia.
I think he wanted to go back over here and watch number 18 try to get away. Nothing there. Nobody to throw to, and he has to get rid of the football.
And now the Georgia fans all fired up about a 3rd and 10.
8 minutes to go. Do you get it close enough where you would even think about 4-down territory? I think it's too early yet.
5 receiver group for Franks, who's all alone in the backfield. But he needs a full 10. Oops, and then that's going to be 3rd and 15. Jawan Taylor came out of his stance.
False start. Offense, 65. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
They're making it hard on themselves.
The right side of your screen, right here. Yep. Backing up.
Third down at 15.
Remember, with this noise, the tackles have to look in and see the ball. They can't see it. Big disadvantage here.
Quick throw out in the flats. Incomplete, in and out of the hands. Cleveland was thinking about where he was going to run, and he forgot to take the mail with him. 4th down.
Just don't have the confidence in your passing game in one play to lose the game. You throw it out here to the side. If you get 5 or 6 yards, you live with it. 3rd and 15, you just don't have the confidence in your quarterback to throw that ball down the middle to pick up a 1st down.
And the chants of UGA reverberating around the stadium here in Jacksonville. Townsend to punt. Nico Hardman backpedals, takes a fair catch around the 33 or 34-yard line. And that's where Georgia's got it with a 12-point cushion and only 8:13 to go. 8:13 to put themselves in the driver's seat to control their own destiny in the East.
Yeah, and the Gator defense has to feel good about stopping the Georgia running game right now. Okay, they had the big run by Swift, but in these short yardage situations, the Gator defense has been tough to penetrate.
The receivers are Simmons and Ridley and Hardman. Two guys in the backfield, both Brian Herrien and Elijah Holyfield, flanking Jake Fromm on a 3rd and 4. Fromm fires, and there's the first down, and it's Riley Ridley. He puts the brakes on and hits downfield. Big throw and catch. Fromm to Ridley, and Georgia's back in Florida territory with 6:41 to go.
Like his brother, Calvin Ridley, this is a perfect route. This is a professional stop route. You call it a lock comeback against man-to-man press coverage. And I'll tell you, C.J. McWilliams is going, why me?
With 5.5 to go, 2nd down and 5. And again, Fromm works it down to 2 on the snap. Holyfield runs into a wave of white, led by David Reese. And no gain on the play.
Dan Mullen still holding on to those timeouts. This drive started with about, 8:10, 8:13 on the clock? Yep, 8:13 on the clock. And I would say, of course, if he gets a stop here, Dan will take a timeout.
And now Fromm has been brilliant on 3rd down today. Does he have one more throw, or do they play it safe? We're about to find out.
It's been safe throwing, too.
The way he's been throwing.
Yeah, they got to trust him.
They use all the clock again. DeAndre Swift. And he's got the first down, and he's got a bunch more. DeAndre Swift to the house. Touchdown. The Dogs have got to be thinking, just get it to 3rd down so we can score a touchdown. Another touchdown on 3rd down. This one 33 yards for number 7, Gary.
Number 53, Lamont Gilliard, blocks 2 men on the play. LSU's Ed Orgeron told us he's the best center he's seen, and he showed it on that play. The left side of the line, he, Kinley, and Thomas all got blocks. Lamont Gilliard got 2.
Blankenship's extra point is good. Look at the smile on Kirby Smart's face.
I tell you, hats off to Andrew Thomas coming in playing injured, but watch the center do his work. Help out on the left guard, and then get to the 2nd level for the play. Wow, what a play.
Wide receivers got some blocks too, and it's 36-17. You want to know what it feels like when things are going a lot better than a couple of weeks ago? Well, first of all, the head coach on the sideline, that's about as big a smile as you're ever going to get out of Kirby Smart. And then when you're the offensive coordinator and everything you dial and work, that's Jim Chaney. Yeah, wait a minute, just keep going. There we go.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, how about a high five?
One more.
Come on, come on, come on. Where's the high five? There it is.
Yeah. Yes, I talked to Chaney on Wednesday night. He goes, yeah, this week I'm the dumbest guy in the world.
Oh, absolutely. He's a beauty, that's for sure. Franks out to the tight end. Only about 4 yards for Morris Stevens.
Think of all the decisions that had to be made by Georgia's staff this week. People saying, you got to go to the back. No, one more hug for Chaney. You got to go to the backup point. You got to use both guys. You got to do this. You got to do that. And what do? They double down on Jake Fromm. Justin Fields has not played one play in this football game.
And Fromm's been brilliant. Franks getting some pressure down the middle. Good throw. Got it complete. First down to Grimes. Momentarily stopped at 3:55.
Well, Georgia has answered the bell. There was talk about that schedule wasn't tough enough for them before they played LSU, remember?
Yep.
Well, now they seem more battle-tested. This could be the run that they had last year.
You know, sometimes, as P. Ryan has another nice run Sometimes the adversity, you can coach that. You go, hey, you know, we got too big for our own britches.
Right. Yep. Take advantage of it. I think Kirby did a great job of pointing out his Alabama teams when he was there, lost games, and came back. A year ago, they had that Notre Dame game in their pocket.
Right.
They had that tough game. This year, they were never pushed until LSU.
Franks on 2nd and 4, and Georgia gets home that time. Julian Rochester with the sack.
Well, I really believe, though, if you look, obviously this game, barring a huge miracle, is going to go Georgia's way. But I think Florida's playing with house money here, okay? It's been a successful season. They held this into a fourth quarter, 5-minute football game, and now they still have a chance to win 10 football games.
That's right. Georgia about to go to 7-1. The playoff selection committee gets together, or is together already, watching ball this weekend, and the first rankings come out on Tuesday night. And Georgia's certainly not going to move anywhere, I don't think, out of this number 7 that's the ranking so far.
Yeah, and I don't think anybody who watched tapes of Florida play this year, they knew they were improved, but I don't think anybody said, you know, this is a national championship team. I think everybody said, hey, give Dan his 1 year to rebuild, like Saban had it when he went to Alabama. Kirby had it with 1 year at Georgia. Give Dan Mullen 1 year to retool this thing.
As we said, he has made it way more interesting than it was last year. And it's given Florida fans something to cheer about, but they're all out in the parking lot right now, and all the Georgia fans are still in here with 2 minutes to go. Last chance, and incomplete, and Georgia will get it back. Kadarius Toney, the intended receiver. As soon as we're done, or just about as soon as we're done, Elijah Holyfield on the edge, and wisely stays in bounds. DeAndre Swift, by the way, with that touchdown run, went over the 100-yard mark for the first time in his career, and you saw he and Elijah clapping over on the sideline together. The 1-2 punch. They've been the 1-2 punch again today.
Yeah, and I think this is the way it's going to look. Barring an injury, I'm not surprised that Georgia has shortened their bench at running back. I mean, Harriman and Cook are fine players.
Right.
But they're not as good as these two guys right now. Maybe they will be next year, but not now. Next game even. You know what I mean? You never know. A sprained ankle and you're going to get your chance anytime.
Holyfield again cuts off the left side to get the first down. Puts both arms around the ball. And another first down, Georgia, and that'll just about do it. And you know what? Jake Fromm 2 weeks ago, arguably his worst game ever. I said that to Kirby Smart. Kirby kind of took offense. He said, guys like you said that, not me. And look how he came back this week.
Well, it's just playing quarterback. That's the way it is. I mean, this is a tough league. You come here to play against the best football players in the country, it ain't easy. You're going to have ups and downs. Playing at LSU ain't easy.
Well, whether it's the 97th edition of this game or the 96th, depends on which team you talk to. This one was all Georgia when they needed it to be in the fourth quarter. 36-17. And that's how the standings look now. Remember, Kentucky is still playing against Mizzou, but Florida falls a game behind, and Georgia's in the driver's seat. If they can take care of their own business, they know they can get back to Atlanta and defend their SEC championship. And from not a good game to one of his best, number 11.
Well, the stage has been set for Georgia now. It's Jake Fromm's football team.
I think so, for sure. I don't think there's any doubt about it. You and I have been talking about it off the air all week long, or for 2 weeks for that matter. And I think we both agreed, if you're not going to have Justin Fields play the entire game, give it to Jake Fromm and said, go win the game.
Get out of the way.
No offense to number 1, but the guy with 2 1s on his jersey was pretty special today, and the winning coach is with Jamie. Big win. Georgia goes to 7-1 and 5-1 in the conference. And now it's time for the play of the game, presented by Napa Auto Parts. There were a lot of big ones, but this one is the one that sealed it on another third down. Jake from Terry Godwin on a laser shot for the touchdown. That basically sealed the deal. It was 29-17 at that time. Georgia goes on to win it 36-17. Here's how Scott Howard called it on the Georgia Bulldog Radio Network.
Third down and 9. Quarter of the end zone. We caught it at the 4 and into the end zone. Touchdown, Terry Godwin. Yes, indeed. Oh, that was too easy. Godwin beat his man by a couple of strides. Fromm put it right in the palm of his hand, and he scored in the left corner of the end zone.
Third touchdown of the day for Jake, the 16th of the year for him, and the fans get to celebrate in Jacksonville at the world's largest social gathering. 36-17 the final. For Gary Danielson and Jamie Erdahl, Brad Nessler saying so long. The Dogs are in the front of the SEC East. CBS Sports College Football postgame show presented by Capital One. Coming up after these messages. So long from Jacksonville.